How you feel with this experience in Mexico City, and how you feel get the energy of the people that was all night very energetic and supporting both teams?
Yeah, I mean, I think the experience was incredible. It's always amazing to, have the game take you to a new place that you've never been before. So, I just had a lot of fun, being able to come out here and see someplace new. And, the crowd was amazing, the fans, everybody that showed up just to support us and support both teams. Everybody was great. So, I mean, it was an incredible experience.
Right in the center, in the front.
Luis from MBM Sports. Of course, you are the youngest player in the league, and scoring hasn't come as easy as many may think. But you're still doing great offensively. I think you are doing really well at rebounding, passing the ball, and you're doing really well at getting into the free throw line and being really, really effective at the free throw line. So, what is the message you have for all these people concerned about your playing through this season?
I mean, like you said, I mean, it's a tough league. It's a transition. Obviously, I haven't, made a lot of shots or been as efficient as I would have wanted to. But, I'm gonna just keep trusting the work. There's nothing, I think should be worried about. I'm not worried about anything. Just gotta keep getting better looks, keep being aggressive, and just trust all the work. And I think it'll be fine.
Mike here, right next.
Hey, Cooper, you guys scored at least 30 points in the first 3 quarters. What did you see that was working during that period, and how did things change during the fourth?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of just picking our spots and trying to attack mismatches. That's something that we talked a lot about. We've kind of talked about actually a lot through all these games so far, is just really trying to pick out mismatches and attack certain defenders. So I thought we did a good job of that. We were patient. We found our sprays, our kickouts, our driving kicks, and we were getting good looks. We weren't hitting every shot, and you're never going to, but I thought we were getting good looks.
Christian.
It was a big night for Detroit, scoring in the paint. What did you see defensively that allowed them to get a lot on the interior tonight?
Yeah, I think they're just a physical team. They're a really physical, hardworking team. They have a lot of guys that just play really, really hard on every possession. And I thought we could have done a better job kind of, holding up the hole and covering the rim a little bit. But I think at the end of the day, they just play really, really hard and really physical. So it's always going to be tough to deal with.
Fifth row towards the center.
Hi, Coop. Just a final message to the Mavs fan and both the Mexican fans. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for all the support that we've had. It's incredible to come out here and have this experience. So just, really grateful and blessed for all the support that we've gotten. And, yeah.
Any other questions? Oh, sorry, in the middle.
Hi, Cooper. Justin Quinn from USA Today. Maine is not exactly known for being like a hotbed of NBA prospects, but you were the top pick. What would you say to Mexican prospects working their way through whatever channels they have available to them to get to the NBA?
Yeah, I think, that's something that has been really cool for me to kind of send that message of it doesn't really matter where you're from. Like you said, I mean, there's never been a player from, the state of Maine that has, grown up and gone, into the league. So I think just sending that message of it doesn't really matter where you're from. It just matters if you're going to work hard, dedicate yourself to the right things and sacrifice a lot of things. But, if you make those sacrifices and you work really hard, it doesn't really matter where you're from or, you can kind of just make opportunities for yourself.
Mike here in this corner.
Cooper, there's a lot that's been talked about, just the altitude playing here. Just what did that feel like firsthand, and how did it affect you?
Yeah, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough for sure. I mean, I was breathing really, really hard through most of the game, but I think at the end of the day, it's something everybody was dealing with. Every player, I think, definitely felt it a little bit at the start and kind of got used to it as best you could. But it's never easy going into different altitudes, climates, whatever it is. But it's something we all had to deal with out there. So.
And last question. Last one over here on the right side. Fifth row on the aisle.
Hi, Goop. Yesterday, Dylan mentioned that for the next 2 years, you're going to be like a sponge, just learning and learning. So, you are the first overall pick of the 2025 draft. So, what have you been able to learn from stars like him, like AD, like Clay, and what do you expect of them?
Yeah, I've learned a ton. I've learned so much from those guys, on the court, off the court, a lot about their routines and the way they carry themselves and the way they take care of their bodies and that sort of stuff. So I think I mean, there's just so much you can learn, and that's really all I'm trying to do. And even just being on the court, you know, playing against these guys that, you know, are such high-level players, like there's so much you can learn just from, you know, being on the court and guarding them or just sharing the court with them. So there's a lot I'm going to learn, and I'm looking forward to every